So this is from Cerkny Keno. We are a Boston team with a lot of problems in communication and some execute. But this game was super weird. It keep happening to us. How do I call it good enough to close those game earlier? I feel like I called a pretty good. I've called pretty good throughout the whole game, but we kept losing rounds, especially on the city side. If we give some way of closing out the games and some sounds where we are doing wrong decision. Much love from Bosnia. So I guess this is city side we're looking at. Oh, they're 3 guys long, okay. Oh, already a big issue. Did he throw any flashes? Yeah, so this should become the already fast shot. Let's see how they react. 3 guys fighting long. I already see a huge problem here. But oh, yo, that could have ended wrong. But that's bad cons for sure. I cannot upload still installation. It is on Steam, so it's attached to my account and not PC. Promise I can see where the last guys should belong, right? Okay. So yeah, I see huge. They have no nades, no utilities left to counter. But winning the duels, nice. Yeah, it's over. This round is done. And they're in a bad situation. If they have no long control, if they split A, they're done. So they're getting 2 trades though. Ooh, insane play, but it's like, you know. But should never have happened, to be honest. Eco again. We don't care about that. Let's see what Reponon's decision they do. Okay, so here's an issue, right? This is a huge issue. Orb is peeking long. They lose long control, but they're actually not having short control. They will have to adhere to that as well. This round is so hard to win. Our friend here is clutching. He's having a good game. That's for sure. I'm not gonna show so many smokes, but more ideas, boys, okay? Because there's so many. Again, they're doing the same thing where they should have got punished before. This is so chaotic on Teamspeak. I can just in comps I can imagine. Okay, I have some ideas. The city, let's see. Probably overtime like always when people upload demos. Yeah, I think the comps is very confusing for them, but also they're not moving good, I would say. Late round. Like this is Hamlet, right? Nobody's holding mid for them. Nobody's holding mid, guys. We will talk about this long take because I feel like that's why they're losing. They're so stretched on the CT. He needs to just leave long now. Leave A, I would say, and fight long. If you lose long, the round is over. If this guy loses 1-on duel now. And now he peeks in front of smoke, probably. He needs to get a kill and play with... This is the key duel now. Okay. Look here, right? They're peeking long, but if they actually fast short, they're dead. So that's definitely one thing I'll show. So how to defend this? There are 2 guys in B. They have no long control. And round again. Keno is having a live game here. He's playing good. Some of the key things Sun does too is like if you have a long smoke with orb, you can always take a peek long. But what you want to have here is that like what the often scenario is if the orb is peeking long and you're 2 guys trying to help the guy taking long and they rush, you're getting wrecked, right? We all try that. Why people? Why you peeking long? You good spam you up. You help us. You peek long. You go back and they are done killing us. So what you gonna tell purple is yes, purple. You can peek long. Go peek long, right? The other 2 guys should boost short. So he boosts 1 guy short, and he's gonna have the early control. So in case you lose long, so the orb is peeking here. They're doing the long rush. Okay, I'm falling back. And the guy's already boosting. We have full short control, so in case they're doing rush short and rush long, he can get boosted on A side as well. So he doesn't have to do this one, you know? Like when you see your all ball running like this when it rush long, you're like, no, please, you know, no purple, right? So then you can play 2 guys short. You have 1 guy boosted it. Then he can decide to hold long from here. So they play double inside long and he can shut down mid, or he can also decide to play more all in on long, so he's like kind of taking the fights, right? But what you're gonna do by that is eliminating the situation where they rush long and you're like flashing for him, whatever, you know, like supporting him, and then he runs back. And meanwhile, nobody from mid, because Orange said they can be short, you know, when they're already up here. So Orange really bad communication. So what you wanna do is, like I said, if the orb wants to peek long, boost 1 guy short is always good. So, now I explain the 2 scenarios, right? They're rushing long. Okay, fall back, you boost, you have short, double short, right? That's fine. Then the guy who boosted, if they're not rushing long, what you want to do is definitely just coming down long and take long. Because the orb is holding here nothing long, right? You want to move around the orb. So he can, in theory, after you come down pit, he want to stay long, or he can smoke long and rotate, right? So you still have a smoking pit. Now this guy can decide to go short, or he can just tell the guy to stay up here, have early info, and suddenly he goes down mid with an orb. So now you have early info on short and long and mid as well, and the orb has freedom to rotate around. You can also just, like, if they're taking short control, this rifle just drops down, the orb is coming back to car, and here's mid. Now you're playing 2-1-2, right? So now you eliminate the fact that they cannot rush long and rush short. So that's one way you want to do it when the orb is peeking long. Another thing is, if you are taking long control, you want to have this one guy taking the chance jumping suicide here, you know? Just jumping, so you say suicide clear. So you know, the only way they're gonna rush long is they're rushing short, is they're rushing this way. That's even slower than rushing what we call suicide. When you rush here, you're really fast, right? And also the slashing mid is always a big tilt that they can be fast short. Another scenario is if you lose long control, right? And you're playing double short here, like they had that orb here, one guy dodging. Classic move. At this point, they had an orb on B, right? And he was holding tunnels. So two guys holding tunnels, which doesn't make sense. Because what you need to do is to shut down the mid. Because if they do the scissor recorded in Danish, the Saxon, that they come short and long at the same time, I can't stress enough, the round is literally impossible to win. So what he could do is come here like this guy who was in CT, two guys short, he could go close mid here, and then you kind of fight short together, right? So you can do a flash like this. That lands right here, so if he's holding here lower tunnels, mid, whatever, he's full blind. And at the same time, this guy can just throw a flash like running backwards, you know? So you're getting two flashes, one peek mid, one peeking short, and you're shutting down this. So after you did this flash, the orb can actually go to A side, or you can go to this position and hold A here now. So again, you create space by locking down some part of the map. And you start to get to know, okay, 3 guys mid, maximum 2 guys long. Or mid is clear, this look like long execute, right? These two smokes. So again, you cannot just sit and wait here and pray to God that it's only one guy coming short, because if they're coming 4 guys, you lose the round. Because this guy can be close long already. You have to shut down this area, right? Like I said, with the comms, try to spot if there's suicide or not. And when you're supporting long, in this scenario, if you're taking long control 2 guys, so you can do different ways, right? You can do come here, you smoke here car, and then the Orbus is flashing here. Then after he flashed, if they're rushing long, he flashed in the back as well, right? So that's the 2 flashes he's probably gonna do. Then you have the first bomb of the guys taking long, doing molo behind blue, gets a flash, and he fights. Second guy who probably smoked mid for purple and orange long, B. He comes here if they rush long, he bounces a flash here and you're fighting long. That's the way you want to fight long. And the key thing is the Orba is gonna go here, flash here. If they rush long, he can flash second in the back, but he's still having short. So now, here comes the key thing, right? If the guy saw no one suicide, he can go here, you know, and take full short control. So if we're losing long in this scenario, that, let's say one guy is pushing long here in the smoke, he dies, the same guy gets a trade, but they're all mini out long, he can fall back safely knowing that we have short control. So, in my opinion, if the orb is not peeking long and not doing this boost, then he should support with the smoke and the flashes. What if you have a Byron without an orb? I think it's always tough, right? You can play short, so you can in theory just fake the long control and then play short. So you have one guy doing these smoke and flashes, one guy is boosting, and you go double short and play one from side here, who's spotting long. I think that could be good as well. So you have 2 rifles and you're shutting down short, so that's the main goal if you don't have an orb. But holding A without an orb can be tough, but yeah. If you don't have an orb though, and you play 2-1-2, that means 1 pit, 1 here, 1 CT, and 2 B. Then playing here with a smoke is also really good though. Then you can start playing with a rifle here. You can create your 1-on-1 duels here. So that's a good way to play with a smoke if you play with rifle. The mid hold, yeah, they had a scenario where they're playing in bad scenarios. But I think mostly the issue was an A in that game with the long thing. Let's go to next, guys.